going back to the world record question, so
Yeah,
how is the world and beyond probably
yes,
better off because YM is in it?
yes. Right. So first of all, Laura, thank you for asking me that. I started Viome with a simple belief. By the way, Viome is spelled V as in Victor, I-O-M-E. And the reason I started Viome because I started to realize that every chronic disease can actually be prevented. When I say chronic disease, I mean non-infectious diseases such as diabetes, such as obesity, depression, anxiety, heart disease, cancer, Alzheimer, Parkinson's. These are the diseases that can actually be prevented. These are lifestyle diseases. There is nothing in our human body that says we must have these chronic diseases. I am not talking about now genetic diseases like sickle cell anemia. I'm not talking about something that you're born with. Now, every other disease is a lifestyle disease, and they are based on our microbiome in our gut, microbiome in our mouth, and microbiome that is all over us. What we at Viome do is analyze your gut, analyze your oral microbiome, analyze your finger prick blood to all of the gene expression. And here is the question we ask. While everyone in the universe was focused on trying to understand your DNA or your genes, we realized that was a bad idea. And here is why. Now, if you were to do my DNA test today and then I gain 200 pounds, my DNA is still the same. Now I become diabetic, my DNA is still the same. Now I have heart disease, my DNA is still the same. I get depression, I get anxiety, you can do my DNA again, it's still the same. And then I die. And then you do my DNA again 10 years after I die. It's still the same DNA. We can look at the DNA of a dinosaur 65 million years ago, right? If DNA can't even tell you you're dead or alive, how will it ever tell you you're healthy or sick? So by experts looking at your DNA and somehow finding that there is a solution there is another brain dead idea. What we realized was what changes all the time is your RNA. Your gene expression is always changing, even though your genes don't change. So Laura, just think about it. Every part of our body, my hair, my skin, my eyes, my heart, my lungs, my kidney, they all have the same DNA. Yet they're all different. So why is it I don't have the eyes growing on my finger and the nails growing on my head? It's the same DNA. And the reason is some genes are overexpressed, some underexpressed, and the same thing can become eyes or hair or nails. It just depends on what genes are expressed. Now imagine, instead of looking at my DNA, if you're looking at DNA is an alphabet, RNA is a story we are writing with it, right? So by looking at your RNA, we can tell you, are you developing a disease? Are you moving towards a disease? And are you moving away? And then we look at not what gut microbiomes exist, which is another brain dead thing people do. They focus on trying to find out what organisms are in your gut, what organisms are in your mouth. And what we realized was it is not the organism, it is what they do that matters, right? So you can have Akkermansia, which can be good for you and producing butyrate, or Akkermansia can kill you, and it is the number one reason for getting MS, right? So it's not the organism that is good or bad, it is the behavior that can be good or bad. Just like a human being, you can take a person, put them in a good environment, good behavior, put them in a bad environment, bad behavior. And so what we do is, Laura, is we analyze your touch of a stool, spit of your saliva, 4 drops of your finger prick blood. We can tell you your biological age, your cognitive health, your heart health, your immune health, your gut health, your oral health. And then we tell you, don't eat these foods, and here is why. Eat these foods, and here is why. Don't take vitamin B3 because your uric acid production is too high. And don't eat avocado, by the way. Or don't eat broccoli because your sulfite production is too high. Or don't eat spinach because your oxalate metabolism is poor, right? And then we can tell you what supplements you need. And we go beyond that. We actually tell you, you need 22 milligram of elderberry, you need 27 milligram of lycopene, you need 29 milligram of berberine. And we literally make the capsule with only those ingredients for each individual every month and ship it to you, right? So think about it. Completely personalized nutritional recommendations, completely personalized supplements, probiotic, prebiotic, personalized toothpaste, personalized oral lozenges, everything made for you based on your gene expression. And we believe by doing that, we are able to show that your diabetes comes down by 30%, your depression comes down by 47%, your IBS symptoms comes down by 45%, your anxiety comes down. And we were able to show we can detect stage 1 cancer or pre-stage 1 cancer in your mouth for or your throat with 95% specificity and 90% plus sensitivity. Now that is, to me, if we can prevent the diseases from happening and we can stop their progression, we have really moved the humanity forward.